Well, hello, and welcome to The Drama. I'm your host, Chris, and welcome to my channel, Authentic Drama and Horror Stories. For here, I write and narrate my very own drama and horror stories. Thus gives my authentic name. If you seem to be a fan of my authentic work, please subscribe and or like my channel and stories. The more support, the better. I've always had a fiery passion for writing and journalism, as well as narrating. So take a seat and be blown away by my creepy and drama-filled stories, made especially by yours truly. Enjoy the drama. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. I moseyed on inside and walked up to the counter. Strangely, there seemed to be me and only a few other customers in the premises. I searched the dessert bar to find something to satisfy my craving of sugar, when a young man's voice seemed to startle me from behind, making me jump like 10 feet in the air.
Hi.
Oh! Jeez, you scared me.
Oh, I'm so totally sorry about that.
Echoed the kind-sounding man's voice. I turned to get ready to ask how much a cup of 3 salted caramel joes were, since that's usually what the girls drank on this special occasion, when my mouth fell open, literally, and my eyes went wide with pure amazement. He was breathtaking, and not just because of his bright silver blue eyes, but his entire face in general. He looked like an angel with beautiful eyes, and medium brown hair, and teeth that looked like they had never seen an ounce of black in their life. Bleached white, perhaps? An above and beyond gorgeous smile. I was honestly expecting some slutty average usual blonde girl barista to work here like 1,000 times in the past I've been here. But honestly, not this. No way. Not this drop-dead handsome beast of a man, who looked to be approximately around my age, possibly slightly older. He was too good to be true.
You alright, man?
Asked the stud Brewster. Oh, yeah, how much is it for 3 salted caramel cups of joe, specifically? A 12 ounce? I asked, not trying to let his absolute beauty get to me.
Oh, 3 cups of joe would be exactly $26, ma'am.
Haughty Brewster said with a service with a smile attitude, and grinned to match. Oh, that's totally right because of inflation, I chuckled stupidly. And I could tell that I was already nervously sweating because of the fact I only had $24.99. I silently cursed Jazzy's forgetfulness, as well as my own for embarrassing myself. I totally did not want to look like a floozy in front of this babe Brewster. Hold on. Just a sec. I'll search my jeans, I stupidly said as I pretended to check my pockets for some non-existent change. The sexy, alluring Brewster's bright blue eyes bored into me with a mysterious intensity that I had never seen before. He appeared to be studying me, observing me, tracing me with high intensity. My hopes were high that he might have possibly liked me back, or perhaps, worst case scenario, possibly not. Would you look at that? I have no change. I'm sorry. I guess I'd better
Have them for a freebie. It's totally on the house.
The Brewster insisted with a cheery tone and a wide-toothed pearly grin. But...
Don't worry, I'm the day shift manager.
Off again. Thanks, I said, impressed.
Oh, it's no problem at all. My name's Smith Vickers.
The Brewster, who I now knew as the manager, happily told me. I closed my mouth, realizing I somehow still had it agape. He was so dreamy, so captivating. Well, it's sure a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Vickers, I said, probably blushing. My name is Angelina, I said shyly, not used to talking to really hot dudes.
Well, it's nice to meet you also, Angelina.
He trailed off, gesturing for me to tell him my last name as well. Being a super hot dude, I didn't see any harm, so I told him. Little did I know, that was the biggest fuck-up of my entire life. Angelina Basil, the sexy manager slash Brewster grinned really wide, wider than before, reminding me of a great white shark that just smelled his meal.
Ah, beautiful name.
Smith said, his blue eyes still boring into me, his smile never wavering from his flawlessly handsome face. Yeah, ain't it? I said super nervously. Thankfully, just before I had a nervous breakdown, Jazzy wandered in and had to pee. Thank heavens. Hey girl, come with me to the bathroom quick. I need you to adjust my bra strap, Jazzy said, while obviously undressing the manager with her pretty eyes. Oh, sure thing, I said, waving to the sexy manager. He just smiled. About a few seconds later, Jazzy pulled me into the Starbucks restroom. Damn, girl, how is a bro that hot working here? She exclaimed. She was perplexed, as well as myself. I'm not sure, Jazz, I said. Well, I'm going to give him my respects, extra tip, if you know what I mean, woman, Jazzy said and took me by my arm and walked back out to the cafe. The manager was still at the counter, but this time he had his hands full with 5 female customers who were obviously not ordering anything and trying to flirt and say outlandish sexual harassment stuff such as, "Can I have some cute guy to go?" or "You want to hang out later sometime?" All of which Smith was obviously very annoyed and uncomfortable and clearly not interested. Well, Jazz, looks like you don't get your wish after all, I remarked with a laugh. You're a bitch, Angelina, said Jazzy, obviously joking. As soon as Smith saw me, he said,
Angelina, here's your orders.
With that said, the girl's attention flew to me and made my embarrassment pop off. Oh, thanks, I choked on out. I quickly made a mad power walk dash to the door, but before I could, I heard one of the girls say, Oh my gosh, she's so fat. How could he possibly be smiling at her? Then the others chuckled quietly, as if on cue. I was red in the face and fully embarrassed. I plunged out of the cafe doors and stormed with Jazzy back to her SUV. Look, Angelina, whatever you do, don't give in to them, jealous wannabes, Jazzy tried to soothe. No, they're obviously right. I am fat. There's obviously no denying that, I sighed defeated. Well, you're really not that fat, sweetheart, and they're just jealous because the hot dude said your name and smiled at you, Jazzy said. And where's your coffee? Asked Jazzy. Oh, I decided that I guessed I wasn't thirsty, I said. Jazzy looked at me oddly and said, That's okay, just let me know when you want that free coffee, girl. And then we drove off.